challenge you to a money match right now. Like, come up here. Like, see us. Though, welcome to the stream. We are glad to have you, though. I told him to come up and see us. Like, we'll all take you on. Like, we ain't ready. Yo, boss, we calling you out right now. Like, Luigi versus Luigi. Yo, boss, don't actually show up here. Like, that was a joke. Like, don't expose the frauds.
Next is dasboot unknown and
All right, so next on stream, dasboot and Unknown versus Da and Sai. Who is Da and Sai?
We are about to find out. They sound like newcomers. Though we've seen quite a few upsets here, so you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, the first double match was, yeah. We actually got done before you guys finished this stream, man. Like, I don't even know. I don't have a comment.
Like, I'm really hoping that this Da and Sai, they've got their like teamwork on point, because they're going up against two of like the best players we have here.
So I think one of those two is a Meta Knight player. I've seen him play Gimpy before, like like a couple of months back during the Rampage series, and his Meta Knight was actually pretty good. We'll see if that's if he's the Meta Knight player I'm thinking of.
You know, I don't think I've ever seen Unknown playing doubles. I'm not even sure which character he goes, but it looks like we're gonna go Link.
Doesn't look like it was the Meta Knight player.
I would love to see Unknown play Villager. That would be so cool.
Don't quote me on it.
Because I've only played against his Ness and his Link, so I've never even seen Ness. I would expect Ness, because I mean he's a little bit faster. He's got some strong kill options, including
You would
back
expect
throw.
him to go to what did you say? Villager? He plays Link. That's a projectile character.
Yeah, I can see it. Because I used to think about going Villager, but I'm like, I already have Link. He's a heavy character. He does projectiles. There's no need for that on my team.
Villager in teams though.
No joke.
Double Villager.
Especially if you have characters who have like reflex, absorbs. Oh, it's dangerous.
Yeah, I'll pick Villager. I'm counterpicking Fox. Screw that. I'll counterpick Rosa. Like.
All right, so they're taking it to Smashville. It's a bit of a scary idea because you've got 3 heavy characters on screen and these small, tiny blast zones.
And then one chick. That's light.
Yo,
like.
she goes hard in the paint, like you know she does.
Oh, but look at that. 2 Nair. Like, he is knowing his movement options, using Nair, down smash. Forward smash was kind of questionable, but it worked.
I don't know what happened, but Donkey Kong's at 103%. And the match is less than 30 seconds in.
You know, I was actually focused on Zero Suit because I wanted to see how he was going to play.
but yeah, Donkey Kong got hit somewhere along the line.
Yeah, So Unknown and dasboot are one of the favorite teams to win here, so it might not be that surprising that he got up so high. I also think it's because when DA did an air, he sent Donkey Kong off stage.
Woo! See.
Okay. Ooh, cargo throw up air, but unfortunately this is not a low ceiling stage.
This is the real danger of Unknown and dasboot's team. They rely on Rage as characters to take stock so early with their strong attacks. So in doubles where it's harder to get the reads, it means those stray hits that they hit you with can kill you a lot easier.
That and their teamwork is phenomenal. Like, you cannot say these people, I mean, dasboot and Sova Unknown do not work on their team combos. Unknown is mainly like a tank, but he knows how to get those kill options. His Link feels like he could play Fox if he really wanted to.
Exactly.
Like, look there. That scenario happened so fast, but Unknown was already ready to do an up air. He barely whiffed it. Like, that wouldn't have been a stop.
And then when he missed, he got the grab out of shield, threw them back, and dasboot was already up airing to take the stock. Like, that's grade A teamwork.
I like to point out that when dasboot accidentally grabbed Link, Donkey Kong immediately up aired him and he was gone.
My count is at 5, by the way, of times where dasboot has caught his teammate throwing an enemy to him. 5. You don't normally see 1.
Well, dasboot's gonna have to be careful. I mean, I know he likes grabs. I mean, Ganondorf doesn't really have that very strong like neutral game. Fortunately for his team, so it can work out.
Something you might not notice in their fight is Unknown and dasboot might not control center stage, but they stand at the perfect range to where they don't get in each other's way. But if anything happens, they can react and fight with their teammate. You do not see that often in team matches.
Especially that Unknown plays Link, and I'm not going to say it's just because Link, but just being aware of those situations. Ooh, so Unknown tried to stop him, but DA was in front of him, so that arrow prevented him from hitting.
dasboot just ready to connect with the team combos.
And as much as we were talking about how well DA and Sai were doing, the stock leads
now, like, to be fair,
he just shut me up.
That was a really decisive match. But that team did really well. Both the Zero Suit and the Donkey Kong were really good.
So what I think they should do is counterpick to a bigger stage, give themselves a little bit more room. They were winning the singles part of the team, but in the team set, in the neutral, they were struggling.
It was decisive. Like, you gotta separate the two of them out and then fight them separately.
Not discrediting any of the two, but that was what their biggest weakness there, and it really was showing as the set started going longer. The stock lead just became bigger and bigger, and they went ahead and picked FD. So smart. I commend their stage choice. dasboot and Unknown are not unfamiliar with playing on FD a lot, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens here. So I'd like to point out that DA, he was doing a strong neutral game versus Unknown, but there he was kind of stuck in between two heavy characters, and you don't even want that to happen. Like, ZS is so mobile, but nah.
And Unknown and dasboot are two of the best people I've seen when it comes to, like, reacting to rolls and spot dodges, so you've got to be careful between the two of them.
Yeah, have you ever, speaking of teams, Several and Nova, have you ever seen Nova players play teams?
I've never actually watched their doubles matches.
Yeah, they love to look for rolls. I mean, you can even see in their gameplay, they'll proactively do a pivot grab out of nowhere, and it's like, I'm not rolling.
Ooh, very smart choice. Donkey Kong gets the read for the berry, but Ganondorf comes over and saves him.
Okay, Unknown barely got out of shield. He was about to get shield broken right there, but fortunately for him, he did an up smash out of shield.
Ooh.
These stocks are just disappearing so fast.
It's a really quick match. But there's a lot of gameplay going into it.
They're both heavy characters. Like, it's actually surprising that they're dying so fast. Like, I don't want to sound like a scrub here, but maybe it's just their DI not cutting out for them.
And if you saw two of the stocks, so many times someone would be knocked one way, and then the teammate would hit them and knock them the other way. So if they were DIing correctly, that means they quickly killed themselves.
That and yeah, you're right.
Like, I saw him like, man, he could have lived through that, and then I saw him get knocked the other way by Zero Suit Samus, so I'm like, I would have died there too. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to react to DI situations, but with the higher level play, it requires you to react with DI like really fast. Like, say you're getting combo, you want to DI out, and then you're just about to die, so you want to DI in immediately so you don't die. It's like, it can be crazy, especially when you deal with characters like Sheik, Mega Man, ZSS, like, crazy.
I don't know how they did it, but they brought the game back. Like, Unknown and dasboot had a really quick early lead, but the stocks are even now.
Unknown's kind of getting hasty for his kill options, but dasboot went ahead and covered for him, went over there and did 2 up airs.
Let's see if swapping the opponents helps things.
I don't even think they're specifically target switching. I just think right now they're just trying to maintain ground. Like, they're losing it a lot more. Like, at the same time, they both got grabs on them and immediately lost stage control.
Oh, and that's pretty decisive. I personally would take the stock, but Donkey Kong has been putting in a lot of work.
Fortunate there. That's twice that Sova and Unknown and dasboot capitalized off them making a poor mistake or a poor unsafe option there, and that cost them stocks twice. So they're gonna have to be aware of that when they do teams next time. I mean, Donkey Kong can clutch it out, but it's gonna be really hard because he has no real follow-ups now.
So he takes that stock from Unknown, but I'm not sure how he's going to get 2 stocks away from Ganon or fight the both of them at once.
Yeah, dasboot's just going to hold shield. He's going to make sure that he doesn't get hit by anything silly. And grabs are really punishable here. You can't grab for anything because they both hit hard. Okay, dasboot.
And I think it's just really smart by letting Link take point, and dasboot is going to wait behind him in case anything happens.
I know, very smart play by dasboot. And that's a, yep. I'm telling you, man, they practice those team combos.
Now, I'd personally like to give it up to both DA and Sai. They put up a fight against what I would argue is probably one of the best